Hello students, how are you all? I hope you are doing well and you are doing good at your home. Alright. So today in this video we are going to write the exercise which is given in your reader. Okay. So we have already completed our chapter number 3 about Tarot's reward, right? So we'll see here the exercise which is given in your reader. Okay. So after the chapter, okay, we'll see the question answers first. Okay. We'll discuss, okay, this you don't have to write in your reader question answers, but we'll write the fill in the blanks and all other things, okay. So why did Taro run in the direction of the stream? Okay, so why is the the Taro is running towards the direction of the stream? So this is the number 5 is written, means this is given in the para number 5. Okay, the answer is given in the para number 5 in your reader. So we'll read the answer. Okay, Taro ran in the direction of the stream because he could not remember ever seeing or hearing a rushing stream in that part of the forest, and he was thirsty. So Taro has never saw the rushing stream or noise in that part of the forest, and he was feeling thirsty as he was walking since the before the day has begun. Okay, he was walking in the forest, and he thought that there could not. He has never seen it. He never thought that there is some sound of the rushing stream came from the direction. So he just ran to that direction. So this is number one. Now we'll see the second one what is given. Okay. How did Taro's father show his happiness after drinking sake? So how the Taro's father was showing, you can say the happiness, how he was very delightful after he drank the that sake. Okay. So after drinking sake, Taro's father stopped shivering and showed his happiness by doing a little dance in the middle of the floor. So how he's showing his happiness. He is showing that he is very happy by drinking that milk. Okay, by drinking that sake. Okay, and he is showing that he had a little dance in the middle of the floor, and this shows that he was very happy with that by drinking that milk. Okay, now and he also stopped shivering. Okay, his body also stops shivering after he drank that sake. Now, third one, that why did the waterfall give Taro a sake and others water? So why this happened in the story. The when the Taro used to go over there and he used to take it, gives water, it gives a sake, and when other people used to go over there, it gives just simple water. So we'll see the reason over here. Taro was a thoughtful son who honored and obeyed his parents, right? While the others were greedy. This is why the waterfall gave Taro sake and others water. Because Taro was a very thoughtful son. Okay, he was very kind and generous, and he always used to obey you, always used to respect and honor his parents. Okay, now this is the reason why the that waterfall gives Taro a sec, and then other people used to give the water because other people were very greedy. Okay, they came here for some purpose. They want you can say they want this safe for their own purpose, but they were having some greed in their like in you can say in their mind or in their heart. But the Taro was just opposite of all of them. Okay, now we'll see the fourth one. Why did the villagers went to drown Taro? Now, why the villagers want to drown the Taro? Because they were angry because they came near to that waterfall. They did not found any delicious sake. Okay, that's why he thought that we have been like tricked. We have been fooled. Okay, so we'll read the answer. The villagers wanted to drown Taro because they thought he had tricked them. Villager wanted to put the taro because they want to drown the taro in that waterfall because they thought all of them thought that we have been tricked, means we have been fooled by the taro. There is no such like a thing like a delicious shake. This is just a simple water. All right, now we'll see the fifth one. Why did the emperor reward Taro? Now, why that emperor of the Japan is rewarding to the Taro? Because Taro honored and obeyed his parents, so the emperor rewarded him. Because Taro used to always honor, he used to give respect and like obey his parents. Okay, so that emperor of the Japan rewarded him. What did he gave in the reward? He gave the 20 pieces of gold coins to the Taro. All right. So this is our question answers, and now we will see the MCQs which is given over here. Okay, we'll tick mark the right one. Okay, correct one. So let's see first one. Taro earned very little money because Why the Taro used to earn very little money? So, first one, he didn't work hard enough. B, the villagers didn't need wood, and the third one, the price of the wood was very low. So our correct answer is A. That number one, Taro earned very little money because he used to work very hard, but he used to earn very little money because the price of the wood was very low. The wood which he used to sell in the, like, you can say, the village or the town, the price of that wood was very low. So he didn't used to earn very much money. Now second one, Taro decided to earn extra money. Now Taro decided that he will earn some more extra money. Okay, so why did he decided? Because one, to live a more comfortable life. Two, to buy his old father some sake. And C, to repair the cracks in the hut. So he want to earn the extra money because he want the sake, we can say the delicious sake for his father, to warm his father, to give the, can say the, because his father wanted the sake, okay, delicious sake to drink, right? So he want to earn the extra money for his father to fulfill his parents' wish. Alright. So this is number second one. Now we'll see the third one. The neighbor left Taro's hut in a hurry because why did that neighbor came to the Taro's house? Okay, why did she left in the hurry? Why she very fastly left the Taro's house? Because first one, she was delighted with the drink. She was happy with the drink. No, right? She was assured to hear Taro's story. She was very surprised to hear the Taro's story. No. Third one, she wanted to tell the whole village about the waterfall because she wanted to tell this whole story and the whole scenario of the Taro about that, the waterfall to all the people of the village. That's why she left the house very hurriedly. So this is our correct answer. Number three. Okay. This third one. Okay. And first one and second one, the answer is given over here, downside. First answer is point number 3, and the second answer is correct, is point number 2. Alright, so this is our MCQs. Now we'll see the next one about working with test. Okay, so we have to strike off the words in the box below that are not suitable, and so we have to find out some word which does not belong to this chapter. Okay, which does not belong to this line. So what is that line? See, Taro wanted to give his old parents everything they needed. This shows that he was dash. Now this is the line over. Okay, that Taro always wanted to give his parents all the things because whichever things their parents needed. Okay, now this shows that he was dash. Now this line shows what? Means this thing shows what kind of that woodcutter Taro was. Okay, so we'll find out the correct answers from here. The table is given. Okay, see. So correct answer is thoughtful. Okay, so you have to write tick mark thoughtful, then loving. Okay, then we have one more, considerate, and kind and honest. He was honest, thoughtful, considerate, and kind and loving son. So this shows that Taro was a very thoughtful, loving, considerate, and kind. Alright, so this is our answer. Please tick mark honest also. It's not given over there, but tick mark honest also. Now we'll see the next one. Okay, there are two questions given over here, and we'll read that and we'll see the answer. So let's see first one. This made Taro sadder than ever. So there is one, they have taken the one line from the para of this chapter. Okay, so this made Taro sadder than ever. Now this refers to dash. Now we have to find out that THIS, this is used for what. Okay, so what does this means in this chapter? So here, first one, a strong wind that began to blow. No, right? Taro's father's old age. No. A third one, Taro's inability to buy expensive sake for his father. Okay, so here the correct answer is this one, third one, that Taro was unable. He was having inability because he could not buy the expensive sack for his father, right? So this thing made him sadder than ever. So correct answer is third one. All right. Now we'll see second one. This said the emperor was to encourage all children to honor and obey their parents. Okay, now here we have, again in this sentence we have to find out this is used for what. Okay, this refers to A, the most beautiful fountain in the city. No, right? B, the rewarding Taro with gold and giving the fountain in his name. No, right? C, sending for Taro to hear uh, his story. Okay, so why did the emperor is saying that he wants to encourage, he did this to encourage all the, you can say, the children and all the, for the all those children who is living in this village. Why he did this? So here our correct answer is he rewarded Taro with gold and giving the fountain his name. Alright, so this is our next one. Now we'll see the next one, which is given about working with language. Okay, and we have to find out the rhyming words over here. Okay, see, we have to you have given one box over here. Okay, there are lots of names given. Okay, so you can see over here. See, okay, now first we will read all the words. Like, see, the example is given: young, glum, money, sunny. Okay, so we have to find out the rhyming words over here. So which are the words? Like young, sad, money, chop, king, last, wax, could, bad, sound, x, wood, way, stop, sunny, fast, round, and day. Okay, now we'll see the answers. You have to write over there in your reader. See, one is already done for you, young, long. Okay, it's also given in the example and the downside also. The next one is given, which is sad, bad, money, sunny, chop, stop, last, fast, could, would, sound, round, and way, day. Alright, so this is about our rhyming words, which is given from the chapter itself. Okay, now we'll see some fill in the blanks. Okay, so one para is given over here, and along with that para, the answers are also given over here. Okay, so this para you have to find out from the reader itself. Okay, in reader this para is given, and you have to write down the answers. Okay, same the fill in the blanks are mentioned over here. Okay, these fill in the blanks are also given from the reader. Okay, and after the completing the fill in the blanks, there is given numbers. Okay, 3, 3, 4. Okay, this means that they have given this from that particular para. So this line you have to find out from para number 3. This line you have to find out from again para number 3, and rest of the line from different paras, like para number 4, para number 10, and etc. Okay, so this you have to also find out from the reader, and this you have to write it on your own. Okay, so you will easily find out from your reader. Okay, and as you will read this you can say the answers, you will get to know that what you have to write in this fill in the blanks. Okay, so this is about the fill in the blanks. Now we will see about the walking with language. Okay, so here we have to speak this following sentences very clearly and very quickly. Okay, very fastly, as much as we can do. Okay, and we have to learn them by heart, and we have to do it, and we have to speak it very fast. So this you have to do it on your own. I'll explain first one, how you have to speak and कैसे आपको बोलना है, and how you have to speak very fast. It is called tongue twister. Okay, so here, how much would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck would? Okay, so in this way. And second one is given that Betty bought a bit of butter, but the bit of butter was a little bitter, so she bought some better butter to make the bitter butter better. So this is how you have to do. Okay, this is just given for the, you can say, the for speaking. Okay, for your speaking, to improve your, like, you can say, the language skill. Okay, so this you have to do it on your own. Now we'll see the next one, what is given over here. Now The story Taro's Reward shows that the Taro is a thoughtful, hardworking, and also wise. Read aloud the parts of the story that show these qualities in Taro. So again, this also you have to do it on your own. You have to read the story and you have to show, some parents which shows that the Taro is very, how he is very thoughtful and very hardworking and a very wise son. Okay. And number two, like Patrick in the story who did Patrick's homework, Taro is helped by magic. Do you believe in magic? What are the magical things that happens in these stories? So you know how Patrick in Patrick's story we saw that how the Patrick is getting the, you can say that, help, okay, and how in this story, this Taro story, he is getting help by the magic, okay. So here they are asking you that do you really believe in some magic or what, okay, and have you heard some magical stories, okay, which is like Taro or any other, like who did Patrick's homework, okay, in which we saw the previous chapter. So here, which story do you like better and why? So you have to write over there that both the story we have read, okay, we have understood now which story do you like the most and why do you like the most. You have to give the reason behind it, okay. Do you know such stories in other languages? Discuss these questions in class. So if you know any other story, then you can write in a rough book, alright. So as of now, we are not all together in the class, so we will not discuss over here, okay. And we now in third one, what you have to do, now write a paragraph or two about these two stories, comparing them. So you have to compare both the stories, okay, and you have to write down the some points about both the stories, okay. What you can say, the learn from the chapter number 1 about who did Patrick's homework, that story, and this story about the Taro's reward. Alright, so this is about number 1, 2, 3. And lastly, which is given that exercise which is about listen to these children what they are talking about. So we will see over here. See, you can clearly see. We'll see that what they are talking about. So see, one first person is saying, I think swimming is more difficult than driving. And then other one is saying, I think it is much less difficult. And the third one is saying, anyhow, neither of them is difficult as learning English. So here, all these three, you can say the children are talking about, one is saying, the swimming is more difficult than the driving. The other one is saying that he thinks that according to him that it is much less difficult. But the third one is saying that, anyhow, neither of them is not as difficult as the learning English language. Alright, so here the answer is given. The three boys are talking about their problems. One finds swimming more. So one finds swimming more difficult than driving. The second disagrees with his view. So he thinks that the swimming much less difficult than driving. But the third boy says that learning English is much more difficult than swimming and driving. So all of are sharing their point of view over here. So here we have done this, okay. Now we'll see that we have to work in this group, okay. We have to read okay, let's read the heading first. Work in groups, come to some agreement of each of the activities given below. Decide which is the most interesting, dullest, most dangerous, safest, most rewarding and most exciting activity. So here the list of activities given, see. Now we have to differentiate all the activities and we have to find out which is the most interesting activity, which is the dullest activity, which is the most dangerous activity, which is the safest, which is the most rewarding activity, and which is the most exciting activity, okay. So we'll see over here how you have to see. We'll see the answers. The dullest activity is like knitting, sewing, learning languages. Most interesting activities like dancing, watching TV, listening to the music, okay. Most dangerous activity, mounting, climbing, okay. Climbing the mountain is the most dangerous activity. Then very safest activity, which is walking, stamp collecting, etc. are called very safest activity. Then we have most rewarding activity, okay, the activity which in which we can give the reward, okay. So reading, painting, fishing, cooking, all these activities are considered as the most rewarding activities. And the lastly is given most exciting activity, which is playing football, or you can say the swimming is the most exciting activity. So this is about the activities which we have to divide, okay, in the subdivisions about most interesting, dangerous, and safest, rewarding, exciting, etc. Now we'll see the next exercise, okay, which is given about speaking and writing. Okay, so we have to, what we will do over here, see, the teacher will speak the words given below and write against each two new words that rhyme with it. Again, we have to do some write some rhyming words over here. Okay, so we'll see the rhyming words. See, so bed, we can write shed, lead, then we have wax, x, fax, fast, last, cast, okay. Then we have chop, pop, flop, young, among, tongue. So you can, these are the words which match to the, you can say the rhyming words, but you can write these rhyming words on your own. You can make your own word which rhymes with this word given in the reader, okay. Now here, let's see what we have to do over here. See, so here the dictation part is given, okay. So we have to after dictation part, we have to see about how much we know our country, right? So first question is given, which are the two states that flank New Delhi's border? So which are those two states, which flanks the New Delhi's border? So correct answer is Haryana and Uttar Pradesh. Okay, so the how those two states flank the New Delhi's border, the reason is given. So see, built on the banks of the Yamuna river, Delhi is bordered on the west by Haryana, and on the east of Uttar Pradesh. Okay, and the second one is given about, name the states through which the Narmada flows. Okay, so Narmada flows by which two states that we have to see right over here. So it flows through Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, and Gujarat, three states. Okay, now rising from Amarkantak and flowing through Begar Ghat in Madhya Pradesh, the Narmada flows westwards across Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, and Gujarat into the Gulf of Khamba. So it here the long description is given about the river Narmada, which flows from the three states, okay, including Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, and the Gujarat. Now we already saw about the questions which is given about know your country, okay. Now we have to see the things which is given in the reader, okay, about which your partner tried to guess the meaning of the underlined phrases, okay. So this you have to do, but here, see, so this exercise you don't have to do because it's not given in your reader. Alright students, so as of now we saw the exercise which is given in your reader, okay, we understood it, what you have to do, okay, and the two things you have to do from the reader, one is fill in the blanks and one is the para which is given, okay. That answers are also given in the bracket, you have to find out that para and you have to write the correct answer over there from your reader. So this is your today's homework. All the things you are supposed to write in your reader, you have to show me, you have to write with the pencil, okay. Make the good handwriting. Find out the words which you are finding difficult or new or the hard words, okay. Try to understand both the chapters, both the stories, okay, and complete it, and you have to show me. Don't forget to show the homework. So as of now we are doing up to this much. Alright students, so we'll see in the next video about the next exercise. Please stay home and stay safe and complete the work which is given by all the teachers. Alright.